Hey everyone, it's Kim, Angel Dream Crafts, and I am here with a project share, and I'm really excited about this project. I'm sure you guys saw my other video where I had made the gypsy bag. Well, I put that in my store and I actually sold it, so yay, it is winging its way to England as we speak, and I thought, well, I'm going to try and make another one, but this time I used those beautiful silk sari pieces that I got from eBay, and the whole bag is made out of this beautiful lush silk material, and I just am so pleased with how it came out. It's a very sort of boho inspired bag, and I hope you guys will love it as much as I do. So the base itself I made with muslin, because you can't just make the bag out of silk, otherwise it would just be very flimsy, and I needed it to be more stable. So I used muslin, and then I put the beautiful silk on top of it, and it just feels so incredibly soft. I wish you guys could feel this. It's just beautiful fabric. And so I used different colors for the back, the front, and the flap, as I had done on my other gypsy book. So this is the back of this beautiful material. It's like a dove gray with pink and like a very dark peach and yellow and blue. I love it. It's so pretty. So that's the back, and the handle is made out of muslin. And let me just share with you that. I made the handle extra long, so it's a crossbody bag, which I prefer myself, and I think a lot of people do, a lot of ladies do, because it just, I don't know, it's just easier, it frees up your hands. So that's why I made the strap extra long, and I made the strap out of muslin, as I said, and then I sewed on this beautiful lace trim that my lovely friend Olivia Hernandez gifted me, and I did both sides of the strap, and then I added these vintage doilies. There's 4 of them on here. One's at the bottom, and I folded them in half, and then I sewed on some really vintage buttons. They look like tortoiseshell, so I thought they were really cool buttons, so I put those on. You can see them there, and then there's another one there, and then another one here. So that's basically the strap, and I sewed that on the sides. So let me share with you the front, and I hope you like it as much as I do. I just think it turned out nice. So there is the front. It's very colorful, I know, but I love it. It came together so nicely. I'm really pleased with it. So let me just tell you what I've done. The base, like I said, is muslin. It's all lined on the inside with the muslin, and all the edges, well, except for here's some strings I have to cut, but ignore that. All the edges are serged, so nothing is going to come apart on you. And I used this beautiful blue and purple satin here, or silk here on the front. Isn't that beautiful? So I did that, and then I made my half circle flap, and then I added this green printed sari fabric here, and I edged the edges here with a navy because of the things that I had on the front, and I'll explain that in a second. I used this beautiful navy ruffle trim that I've had in my stash forever, and then I just offset this really pretty flower here that I believe it was Edwina Kinch who sent me that, and it just fit perfectly here. I didn't want to put it in the middle, I just wanted it offset just to be like different and funky. This piece here is a little flower that I made, and I'm kind of working on some fun boho flowers, so this was one that I came up with, and I really liked it, so I put it on the front here. The back is made with a heavy fabric because, again, you have to have something stable underneath the silk or it just moves. And I rolled up some of the red sari and just sewed around and around and around with a zigzag stitch. And then I added a small piece of lace and a button, so that is just the decoration on the front. Simple, but it's effective. And you can see I've just sewn the straps on the outside there on either side. And the inside is all finished. And then at the front on the top here, I used some purple silk here for the half moon, and I sewed it to the back piece, and then I edged that with more of the navy gimp trim, so it's all finished nicely. And then I added, well, you could see the blue, the navy trim here. And then I had this beautiful piece here in my stash for quite a while, and I wasn't sure what to do with it, but it worked beautifully on here. It's all beaded sequins and bugle beads and tiny little micro beads. So I put that on, and it fit perfectly, and I just love it. It just really, I don't know, it just brought the whole bag to life. And then I made this purple satin rolled rose, and I added some of my sari yarn here with some, it's got some gold thread on it, and then more sari yarn here, and then 3 of my handmade beads here. So they just kind of dangled down in front like that. And then at the bottom, I wasn't sure what to do at the bottom, and I couldn't figure out what to do, and I just couldn't find anything that I liked that worked. I had this trim from my lovely friend Julie, who gifted me this beautiful piece of lace, and this was at the bottom of it for my Christmas present. And so I used a piece of that to start with, and then I used another piece of the lace. Let me just zoom in a little bit here. I used another piece of the same lace that's on the strap that Olivia gifted me, and I sewed this piece and a purple fiber eyelash trim on top of that lace. So I had that, and then I was like, okay, that looks nice, but it was very bare. So I thought, I don't have any dangles that work, so I ripped sari pieces up and just shredded them, and then I sewed that onto the piece as well. So I ended up, I hope I have a little piece here. Yes, I do. I ended up with a piece that looked like this. And, except it didn't have a piece of this on it. So you can see I just sewed it on with a zigzag stitch. I went around it a couple of times, so that's the lace, the fiber, and then the strips of the sari. So that's what I ended up making the bottom out of. And then some of the pieces, I had these very cool beads, so I knotted, you know, just random ones, and put the beads, the purple beads on it. You can see there's a couple there. There's 3 of them there. And then there's a couple over here. So when you're carrying the bag, you can see the beads, and they just are tucked in between like the ripped sari pieces. And then after I put that down, I wanted more beading because, you know, why not? And I used this little green beaded trim here. And that was from Wendy. Hi, Wendy. And then this piece here I've had in my stash forever. And I think this came from the Crafty Me shop on Facebook, I think. But it was the perfect size, so that finished the bottom off nicely. So that is my boho bag that I have created, and this will be in my shop if you are interested, or if you have any questions or anything. Yes, and I did add some blue beads here just on top of that lace. They're like a turquoise color. I just thought it needed that because, you know, you could keep going on here and just go and go and go because, you know, this style you can just not over embellish, I don't think. But this will be in my store, and I hope that you guys like it. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I really have fun making bags, so I might make more. We'll see how things go. And but let me know what you think, guys. I'm anxious to hear what you think of my bag. So take care, everybody, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.